massive action. Though it might sound far-fetched, massive action is the most natural state of action there is for all of us. Look at children. They're in constant action, massive levels of activity. Except when something is wrong, they're taking action. You're not born into apathy. You're not born into retreat. You're not even born into average. You're born at a massive action level. This was certainly true for me for the first 10 years of my life. Man, I was a nonstop massive action little freak. Except when I was sleeping, okay? I was tripping all the time. Like most kids, I was full out all the time with people frowning and hinting that maybe I should bring it down a notch or two, in some cases, many notches. Hey, did that happen to you? I bet it did. Did you do it to your kids? Have you done it to them? Have you killed your kids? Have you told them retreat, be average, back off, be seen and not heard? See, until adults started telling you otherwise, you didn't know anything but massive action. Even the most basic elements of this universe in which we live support massive amounts of action. Dive beneath the surface of this ocean, which I would tell everybody to have that experience. You're going to see constant, massive, unlimited amounts of massive actions, of activities, like everywhere. Just beneath the crust of the planet, on this planet on which you walk every day, the movement is unbelievable. Massive levels of action taking place every single second of every single day. Look inside of an ant mound or in a beehive, and you're going to see colonies of living beings generating massive amounts of action in order to ensure their survival into the future. You know, the anthill, the beehive, underneath the crust of this planet and below the sea level, there aren't any psychiatrists telling you to back off, man. There's no medication, baby. It's full out. Go for it. Kill it. Massive action. My dad was a very hard worker and very much a disciplinarian, and he was definitely willing to take massive action. Unfortunately, he died when I was 10 years old, which really hammered into me. I mean, this loss hammered me big time into a retreat. Oh my gosh, that's a big loss at 10. I look back now and realize this event, I began to retreat from areas of life in which I needed actually to take more action. Meanwhile, at 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 years old, I was expending a lot of energy in areas that really shouldn't have received any of my attention. Later in life, it was drugs, alcohol, wasting time, games, whole list of useless activities. Damaging, dangerous. But I was taking massive action. This continued through high school, then college. Man, I accumulated a few more losses along the way. Lost an older brother when I was 20. Lost some girlfriends along the way. I continued to progressively retreat from those things that were good for me, and continued concentrating my massive action on destructive areas. I wasn't necessarily lazy or unmotivated, even though people would have said that about me. But I wasn't. I was taking massive action in some areas, but completely retreated in others. Look, I just simply didn't have the proper direction and was being misinformed and encouraged not to attack life. I spent most of my time as a kid in classrooms, bored, without purpose, and then gravitated to areas of life which I could expend a lot of energy, have big experiences, but not produce constructive results. I think this experience is actually something that many people endure or experience sometime in their life. Some people in their mid-40s, later in life, early. It just happened to me early on to misuse my energy and resources. Now, as I mentioned in a previous chapter, I experienced a major wake-up call at the age of 25. I knew I had to get redirected, or else I would pay the ultimate price, the big price. I made a decision to make the same commitment to the creation of success, massive action, as I had been to my destruction. Since it was already hard work, not succeeding, destroying myself, I just changed the focus. See, people used to say, man, you're not focused. I'd say, yeah, dude, but I am focused. See, I was just focused on something destructive. Everybody's focused, you know? I never procrastinated where I could take massive action, where I hadn't agreed on retreatment. I just changed my focus at 25. Despite the fact that my father had been gone for 15 years, he still left with me this strong sense of work, push, make it happen. He was a great role model for me. He believed in strong work ethic. He was willing to do whatever it took to provide for his family. My father worked from a place of duty. He went after success as though it was a calling, a responsibility, an obligation, and his duty to take care of his family. I'm sure he enjoyed the financial rewards and the sense of personal accomplishment that came with his achievements. However, it was clear to me that he thought it to be his responsibility to his family, me, his wife, his church, his name, even God. He just ran out of time, baby. The body couldn't handle it.